Hello! Welcome to IMHO.
In my homosexual opinion.
I'm Darby.
And hey, I'm Alexis. P. Bevels. The P today stands for Paternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. I'm obsessed with Ariana Grande's new
Pronounce that
album.
again? I'm sorry.
Paternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Okay, so you have decided on this strong, independent woman's album, you're going to start with Paternal. Okay.
That's not what it's called.
You're still dealing with a lot of internalized misogyny.
Yes.
And I know that you're taking shots to get rid of it. Isn't that what the estrogen's for?
Yeah.
But maybe take a double.
No, it's called Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, but I didn't have a P, so I did a little wordplay.
She's one of the best singers in the world currently.
Yeah,
I said it.
100%.
I've said it before, I'll say it again.
And I love the album.
I love seeing musical theater bitches do pop songs. Her and Renee rap.
Oh, yeah.
So hot.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what were you saying?
No, that was it. I just wanted to spread some love and say, you had it right a minute ago when you said, I'm just so excited for the Wicked movies to
You're trying to
start.
find your way in.
No, I found my way in.
Yeah.
You're more motivated. I've known
You're
my
more
way
motivated.
In. Wicked was the first of many categories for me. It was the first musical I ever saw on Broadway.
No, not your way into Wicked. Your way into Ari.
Yeah, I had never really been a stan as much as I am now.
Yeah.
Like, I never got the album right when it came out and listened. I'm so excited.
You bought it? That's exciting.
No, but I got it on Spotify.
No, but I opened an app. I am personally a big fan of Ariana Grande, and I'll say it.
Yeah.
Just, again, because she has the vocals, but my favorite music video of hers, by far, is Focus on Me. Focus on me. And it's just because of one dance move. She does this thing. I have a strap on. She does this thing. Strap on my arm. Y'all are gross. She does this thing where like she puts her arm out and then she's like, focus on me. Focus on me. I don't know what it does to me. I don't know why it brings me like I can feel my body getting what is it called? Happy. I feel happiness. When I worked at Bar Redacted, if I was ever like...
Oh, that's why. I was like, where are you watching Ariana Grande videos? Yeah.
And when I was at Bar Redacted, if I wasn't having a great night, and by that I mean if I'd blacked out too early, I could just go to, well, depending on the DJ, and be like, can you play Focus on Me? And when I was really drunk, I'd be really mean about it. Like if someone came up to me to like talk to me while it was on, I'd be like, stop it.
Do you remember how they wouldn't play any Celine Dion songs because the owners don't like Celine Dion?
Yeah.
And now Celine Dion is suffering that horrible disease.
They
should be ashamed of themselves.
They caused it.
They should be ashamed of themselves.
Speaking of, we are ashamed, okay? But we're praying for Kate Middleton.
Oh, that speculation was filmed before the video.
Yeah, and do I feel bad about it?
No, that's a moment
I said
in
publicly
culture.
I did. I just said I did.
Oh yeah, I don't feel bad about.
True.
I don't feel bad about talking about it because it's a cultural moment.
No, I agree.
You love the royals, and of course, we wish her well. We wish her healthy, but
also,
it was fun. Everyone was talking about it. We're talking about it.
What did you do
it's
to
a
Meghan Markle?
Culture.
That whole family can eat my butt. That's just what I'm trying to say.
Speaking of sitting on faces,
yeah.
Do you remember the show Crazy Ex-Girlfriend?
Obviously, yes.
Do you remember?
I saw Rachel Bloom.
The subject.
At Improv. Yeah.
The whole reason that show was filmed, Josh.
Hot guy.
Josh. He came into my work. I wasn't able to say hi. I would have.
You would have?
Yeah, because here's my thinking. It was my last week. I'm done. I'm officially done. I'm out of there. Freedom. But
no more job. She needs more money. What?
Yeah, I'm on Cameo. So for that last week, I was like, okay, any celebrity that comes in that I like, or anybody that comes in that I like have warm feelings for, I'm gonna be like, hey, listen, this is my last week. Otherwise, I would never say anything. But I love this about you, or whatever.
You would start with, you don't know me at all. I'm quitting my job.
Because the whole reason.
Such ease.
Let me explain my thought process.
Okay.
Because the whole reason we're not encouraged to do that is because they might be like, ugh, I don't want to go there.
I don't want to come back.
The workers say anything to me. But if I say, hey, I'm not going to be working in here any longer, so I love your whatever.
Okay, now this I will say. Sorry.
You can say it, I don't work there anymore.
Okay. Nigel's, of all of the makeup stores, as much as you did have to check in on people, I thought was the least invasive. Because at the very least, yes, you do ask me if I'm okay, and I can just say, yeah, I'm great, thanks so much, and y'all walk away. Do you know what I can't stand? The Sephora. Even the Ulta. depending on which Ulta. And I'm talking to you, Sherman Oaks. Saying
That
I'm just
style-
looking is not enough.
That style of salespersonship, there is no, get a yes from them, make a sale. That shit doesn't work.
Like that,
It doesn't
Dawn
work for
dating
us.
coach guy.
Oh
Listen,
my
you don't have
God.
to accept a woman's no.
Hey, that's your snatch
You
game.
can trick the woman. And by the end of the night, I had her in my handcuffs.
There's a doofus on TikTok. Anyway,
You'll learn how to date
that
women.
style of salespersonship, that's done. That's for
Yeah.
old people.
That's for boomers.
That is when the internet didn't exist. And when people had to come to the store to learn what the things are. Now the internet exists. Also, now people know how to fend for themselves. There are people that don't know how to fend for themselves. And those people were annoying to me who worked there. It felt so against everything I believe in to have to go up to everyone I see and be like, are you doing okay? And let me just say, I liked the people I worked with for the most part. I liked the management there for the most part. I just not, the experiment is over.
Yeah.
I tried it. I wanted to see what it was like.
I want it.
I'm done.
I tried it.
I'm done.
I want it. I got it.
But I'm so proud of myself because I did work the 2 weeks and I didn't burn a bridge.
Yeah, you did, you bitch.
And I didn't burn a bridge, so I'm still going to go back and shop and not feel
Yeah.
ashamed. Because that's what I would have done in the past. I would have just cut and run and been like, no 2 weeks, bye.
I'm so glad you didn't because I will continue to shop there. I'm sorry, the professional discount is too good. And I just want to say publicly, like, I think Sephora is way worse than Ulta. And I don't hate you, Sherman Oaks Ulta. There are times where I really am okay.
Just everywhere. Read someone's body language. That's what they should teach when you start working in a job like that.
Yeah, I walk around
Read
Ulta like this.
people's energies. If people are saying, yeah, I'm fine, like, then let them be fine. But also, if you're a shopper who doesn't like to be bothered, and if
Don't go
it's
to
different
Nigel's.
people saying hello to you, the people don't know that other people have already, like, I don't know that you've already been asked
There's
how
not
you're
like a
doing
chart in
5
the back.
different times.
Yeah.
If I see you, if you see something, say something.
And
Do you
you've always
understand?
said it.
Yeah.
And you've always said it.
Anyway, it's done. I'm free. I'm so excited.
I'm so happy for you. You just seem so
the energy
free and
is so much
easy.
different, and I feel really good that I did it to the best of my extent, to the longest I could do it, and before my insides turned completely sour.
Okay.
I got out.
I did see a TikTok this week that I thought was really quite interesting. The phrase, the customer is always right.
No, that's not true.
Okay, I know you're fresh off this job, but that phrase can't hurt you anymore. But that's not the full phrase. The actual phrase is the customer is always right in terms of taste. Meaning, just because it's not for you doesn't mean that it's bad. So,
Oh,
like,
I
if
like
a customer's
that.
like, my favorite color is pink, and you're like, that's tacky as fuck. If you work at a clothing store, you're gonna get them pink clothes, even though to you, it's different from your taste. Not, the customer's always right and can yell at me. You know, like that, it's different.
I love that. That's like blood is thicker than water. Because you know the full phrase is like the blood of the covenant is thicker, than the water of the womb.
in your house. I would hate for my house to be wet.
My house gets wet sometimes.
That's all part of being a woman.
I
Let's get started.
love that. Thank you for teaching me that. Where was that a year ago?
It hadn't been made to TikTok yet. So we are back with another episode. Listen, I'm going to go ahead and put it out there. You're obviously celebrating something. You're in this bright pink color.
Oh yeah, you look like you're in mourning.
I'm in mourning. I'm appropriate.
Why are you in mourning?
I'm appropriate. Dawn is dead. And
Spoiler alert.
why are you watching this? I'm pretty broken up about it. What do I message to AJ anymore?
It's not fresh for them. They've already dealt with it.
Okay, I see that. Here's what I raised you. Okay, sorry to poke her. I didn't message AJ last week because I knew we had a busy week and I was like, I don't know when we're gonna get to this. And I feel terrible because every time I message AJ, like, ruin the episode for me. I realize now that they're out after a viewing party, like they're out in the world. Because, you know, because AJ's either with his girlfriend, Amanda. Or his friend, Dawn.
Or some sort of situation of those. Yeah.
Or sometimes, listen, everything, gender's fluid, so are bodies.
So are relationships.
So are body
They should all four just date each
fluids
other.
come from body. But then this week, I missed him. I was like, I want to know.
You missed your AJ time.
So, okay, as much as I hate earnestness in drag queens, I love it in just everyday interactions. I find it beyond charming.
Yeah.
And just how, like, excited he gets. Anyway, so I was like, oh, I'll message AJ. It's been a couple weeks. This will be a nice, like, reconnect. course it was the night that Dawn got murdered on television.
Yeah.
AJ cried because AJ said that he couldn't believe that Dawn got sent home because of a bathroom. And I said, sounds like she got flushed down the toilet. No, let me take that back. AJ said that he was crying because Dawn did bathroom. And I said, looks like she plunged straight to the bottom. No, I don't feel good about that. I don't feel good. Okay. AJ said that Dawn got beat by bathroom. And I said, sounds like she sinked to the bottom. Hang on, I don't like that. Okay, let's start over. AJ said that Dawn didn't and went home because of bathroom. Mm-hmm. And then you know what I said? This is what I says. I says, sounds like Dawn needs to bleach her asshole.
No.
Sounds like Dawn needs to bleach her asshole.
Oh.
No, I'm just really bummed by the trajectory, okay? Rockets, NASA. We did go to the moon.
SpaceX. Did you see that the other day?
What?
The SpaceX launch or whatever?
Oh, from here?
It was insane.
I've seen a couple rocket launches. Listen, living in LA is exciting. Based on her trajectory and the fact that she's just been safety queen, we've been through this before.
Yeah.
I had hoped that she would go all the way, but I kind of see where they were like, okay, we need to cut her
Well,
loose.
hindsight is 20/20, and after viewing the episode, like, because she didn't have a win, which I don't think is fair. I think she could have won many times.
She won hearts.
She won hearts and minds.
Now, as nice as you are, as kind as you are, on here, not in real life, after someone's eliminated, you always like to say, but they're going to have such a great All-Stars return, which you tried to say about Maya, which I was like, okay. But with Dawn, I could see her coming back and doing really well in an All-Stars.
Or even like a Versus the World.
Or Camp Wanakiki.
Yeah, not Dracula. Camp Wanakiki.
Well, Camp Wanakiki has a higher budget. Dawn's coming from Drag Race. I don't want her to have to sink too low. So obviously, the next step is Camp Wanakiki.
That's true.
You can sleep outside.
I slept in a very slim bunk. I wrote a note that said, be yourself or whatever, and then I slipped it in the cabin, in the ceiling.
You put a note in the ceiling?
Yeah.
That said, believe in yourself?
Or whatever, yeah. So maybe someone found it later on.
Maybe.
Isn't that special?
Okay.
I also had to clean that bunk out because everyone left before me. I was the last one and I had to clean it.
You won, though. You kind of deserved it.
Yeah, but
They suffered.
I hadn't won at that point.
They suffered.
I suffered cleaning up after drag
I like to think that there is a child that went to that camp that got stuck in the ceiling and they found your note that said believe in yourself, and it really helped them believe in themselves until they starved to death. Or dehydrate, probably. Believe in yourself when you're in the ceiling.
What did you think about Plain Jane, the beginning of this episode? She was pressed. That was last week.
This is Q.
Oh, this is Q's turn. Yeah.
Listen.
I think Q's starting.
Q turned for me, babe. Just as Plain Jane has turned. I think production did a really great job of shifting from dislike to like with Plain Jane. I think they did a wonderful job of going from villain to top 4 edit.
Just showing that she's a real person behind the... And
yeah.
Mama,
we all
kudos for
flipped.
saying that for spilling.
Yeah, for spilling. And we all flipped on that spill. But then Q just...
The truth will come out and we will see your Q colors. And what we see now is that Q is... Look, sore loser is not a good look on anyone. It's just not.
I will say, after learning last week that she's only 26, no disrespect, just surprised, her brain just finished developing.
Probably not even finished, because where is she from? Kansas?
Oh yeah, she's probably got a couple years left.
No offense to Kansasians.
She's so good at what she does, like the confidence that she brought into the competition and not being shaken at all, I think is just really causing her to be a complete and total bitch. Listen, I never want to be in that position. I understand that that's a really I understand filming Drag Race is probably really stressful and awful. We all give in to our... Demon twink, thank you. So I'm sure that's all that's happening and we need to show her some grace. But I gotta say, as a viewer, I hate her. I don't hate her.
I hated that. And the fact that Saphira had the wherewithal to be like, are you sure you don't mean you could have said this, this, and this? Love Saphira more and more and more. And Q, that was a bad look.
Well, she pouted right after they came back. Understandable. She's in her feelings still. Saphira is like, are you okay? And she's like, I don't want to talk about it. I just don't want to talk about it. Which, great.
Yeah, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. So kudos Mama, thanks
for not spilling.
Thank you.
Saphira's like, I love you, and then Q says nothing, which I was just like...
And it's not Saphira's fault.
No, it's not. Anyway, so then the fact that even the next day that they call the next week, she comes in even hotter and is like, to Saphira, I just didn't think you deserved the win. She's just, what a fucking cunt. But I did like...
A cunt.
If anyone is going to get that thrown at them, the best person to handle it is Saphira, because she's just such a goddamn professional. As they're getting ready, she brings it up again, and she's like, yeah, so you want to talk about how you treated me earlier? And she says to her, that's what she says. She says, Q, she says, I want to get it exactly right. I took a screenshot of Evan Ross Katz. Without Evan Ross Katz,
I'm obsessed.
I wouldn't know what anyone on TV said.
You know what? I was
ever.
already obsessed, but we met him at New York Drag Con before pandemic, and
love him.
Just love.
He's the sweetest.
The sweetest.
Yeah. One word can be the difference between getting your point across and hurting someone's feelings.
That is true. So, like, earlier when
that.
you went on and on about my double chin.
No. Don't. You can't say it like that. You can't say it like that. She saw some fan art and she goes, that fan art is so mean. And I was like, what? I think you look great.
It's not mean, but all the fan art
well, why do I have double chin? And I was like, baby girl, that's your chin and it's beautiful.
And then you said, you beautiful double chin bitch.
Okay,
and
the camera wasn't on.
It.
The camera wasn't on. I would never say that with the camera on.
The fan art is beautiful. I just can't help but notice that all the fan art... No, you're right. It's all very accurate for me.
Even down to they shaded her wig line because the lace didn't match her skin.
This was years ago that picture was ripped.
Yeah, you've never had that problem again. I
know that this is a random challenge, and designing a bathroom as a drag queen is never something you'll ever do, but I'm obsessed. I love it. I want to design a bathroom.
That's so interesting.
I would do a Wonka theme where everything is edible.
You want an edible bathroom?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen someone flush a toilet with the seat still up in slow motion?
Mm-hmm. It's fountain.
Fountain. Poopy fountain. No way.
Yeah. Well, we can sugar that water and we can make the poop Three Musketeers or whatever. Paydays.
I love designing things. That's so fun. I don't love these challenges. Just like they did Club 96 or whatever. I don't like these challenges because it's adding in so many different elements, and I think
it's silly.
Here's the trick. Don't focus on the actual room design.
You have to focus
on your presentation only.
Yeah.
And that's why the winning group, they had the worst room by far.
Yeah, theirs looked like a hotel.
And it was stupid.
room.
It was like, okay, speakeasy, how exciting. But they had their characters down and they were funny.
Yeah.
So let's just get into that and we'll run through them real quick.
Honorable mention, the mini challenge. I thought that was funny with the shirts and the faces.
Oh, Tammy Faye.
Yeah. And all those hot guys.
My husband just auditioned for the new Tammy Faye Broadway musical.
Oh, good for him. I was going to say, how many there's been like 3 different movies in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Why are we having so many?
Well, this Broadway musical, at least from like the sides that he was sent, it does seem to be kind of
referencing.
Like,
aware of itself.
It's not taking itself seriously at all.
Cool.
We'll start with the first group, which was Morphine and Q. They did Hell.
That guy's bulge was bulging.
Okay, can I say the thing I loved the most was they kept returning to, 'cause you're in hell! Like, they kept explaining the joke. That did make me laugh.
Oh, see, I agreed with Michelle when she was like, you don't have to keep talking.
Oh, well, that I don't understand, because I've never had that problem.
I think
but I don't know, saying like, it's bad. 'Cause you're in hell! That's funny to me.
Yeah.
But I'm annoying. Let's start with Morphine's, because hers was the best.
Insane.
Look at this fucking look.
Insane. Off the chain is what I would say.
Okay. I wish that her panty matched the gold color and everything else. It did seem like that's a lot of panty. But other than that, this is my favorite look of the night.
Yeah.
Then we had Q.
I'm getting a lot of this same thing with Q, which is pants, tiny top, something extra dangling. That mixed with the attitude in this episode, I fear made me not really love this.
I do like your self-awareness. I think that's really important. I'm not going to use that, okay? I'm going to pretend like I have no feelings about her at all.
Well, the customer is always right when it comes to taste.
To taste. And my taste says, bleh! No, terrible. No, the wig is insane. She looks like she's wearing earmuffs. It really wasn't even the outfit itself. It was the presentation. The fact that she kind of had to keep her arms up. And so she just went down with that, like, bag of chips, kind of like,
And she's already not really a mover.
Yeah. She should have stayed still. The second group was Nymphia and Dawn, and their whole idea was that it was going to be a fart
museum.
gallery.
I love that.
I thought the fart gallery was really good. Of all 3 rooms, I enjoyed their room the most.
Yeah, I did too.
I thought their idea was the best.
Because if there's one thing you really don't want to do in a quiet, serene art gallery is shit.
My least favorite place to shit's the airport, just because everyone's already shitting. It's like, I don't need the
Well, I gotta say, this was my favorite trauma talk ever, because I agree heartily. There are not enough gender-neutral bathrooms in the airport. I don't like, here's the thing, I'll primarily use a women's restroom now, but if there's a line, I won't do it, because I get nervous that people will clock me.
Okay. Can I say this?
Mm-hmm.
I've always offered to hold a bucket under you.
And I have to pee every 20 minutes.
I bring a bucket to the airport whenever we fly somewhere together. And
Yeah.
I'm like, you let me know. She never lets me know in time. That's the problem. Unfortunately, with this group, Nymphia is not a writer. We know that for sure. So she wasn't writing any jokes ahead of time.
Nymphia, yeah.
And I think Dawn is just so charming. I think Dawn just went into it like, yeah, we can make it work. Unfortunately, Nymphia, much like Alexis Bevels, just talks and talks and talks and talks and talks and talks. And then when her co-host tries to speak, she just like stops her. She interrupts her. And so Dawn didn't get to say a lot, much like me. And I have to say, like, as someone who can relate to that experience so hard, I wanted to cheer for Nymphia. I really did. But I don't know, it's kind of fucked up. She just never let Dawn get a word in.
Excuse me. Darby,
Mm-hmm.
can I see you back here?
Yeah.
I respect your perspective.
Thank you.
However, I think what you're describing is, I think sometimes when we don't like something in other people, we're looking in a mirror and we're seeing the things that we don't like in ourselves. So when you're saying that I always interrupt you and I never let you talk, I just wonder if maybe that's incorrect. And that might be something that you do.
Okay, can I see back here?
Yeah.
I understand your point and I don't respect it. But also, if I'm criticizing something in someone else, because it's something inside of me that I want to change. And I was criticizing Nymphia. You're right. I was too quick to just kind of move past that internal conflict I had. You're right. I do feel that I am very good at drag. And that's why I'm so hard on Nymphia. Like, we're exactly the same. I'm a great dancer like her.
Mm-hmm.
I have great fashion. And yeah, I think I was too hard on her because I know all of those things are true about me too.
Can I see you back here?
I can't go that much further back.
Let's just try. I don't think you were listening to me. The point I was trying to make was, you talk too much, bitch.
I could tell you're about to say something because when you're hiding your smile, you're like, But their looks, let's start with Nymphia's obsessed.
So good. The detail of the chain she mentioned, which are the knots.
I love the color too.
The color. This has been a popular color on the runway this season.
Oh, it has. By accident.
I'm not mad at it,
Yeah.
but...
Then we had Dawn. I love this look because I love Dawn's perspective.
Yeah.
I do feel like the chains just look like a bunch of necklaces. I think I would have responded a little more excitedly to it had the chains been more prominent. This feels like she just kind of tacked them on her way out.
Yeah.
And something she already would have worn.
And the black, it just kind of made it look like I couldn't really see what I was seeing.
It's still gorgeous, and if I ever saw that in person, I would go up for it. Who was it that said, like, they didn't like that the chain was over her face? Grow up. That was the best part.
It's part of chains.
Yeah, you dumb bitch.
What would you have worn?
A bunch of mail. I would have gotten all of the
like
hate mail
change
that
mail.
you get, and I would chain them together. And then when I got to the end of the runway, I would reveal that I was the one that had written all of those.
I think I would just be confused about the prompt and wear coins everywhere and do change.
Yeah. Camp Wanakiki knew what they were doing. And then the final group is the winning group.
Plain Jane.
And Saphira.
They were the speakeasy.
They were speakeasy. I liked the joke of the only thing is that there's just alcohol hidden around everywhere. That's funny.
That is funny. That's where I hide my alcohol. I just pour it directly in the toilet, and then when I'm ready to have a little fun, I scoop a cup out.
I forgot you have edible toilet. But again, they won because they are actually really good at writing jokes and improving. They were set up to win because they focused more on their dynamic as opposed to a speakeasy. It was great.
Yeah.
First up, we had Plain Jane wearing something we've seen her wear a few times.
We've seen this with it.
A few times.
It's fine.
I feel like we always say that towards the end of a season where we're like, we're seeing it again.
Yeah.
But that's just part
of
it.
But in Saphira's case...
We have never seen that.
We have never seen this, and it's so cool.
I love that she's bringing something completely different. It's another example of why Saphira was born to do drag.
Yeah, let's be honest.
Personally, for me, like a personal style, for me, part of me, I don't love it.
I would never wear it, but the customer's always right when it comes to taste.
But
I wouldn't wear it because it's too sweaty.
She created something really insane.
And really unique. And a way to do chains that's not just chains dangling everywhere.
Yeah.
Which I really appreciate.
Overall, it's super fucking cool. I love the giant chain necklace. That's her collar. You get it? You get it?
Yeah.
We find out the winners are Plain and Saphira. Not surprised at all. Really happy they both got a win heading into
they hadn't really won enough.
No, Saphira especially. Saphira's at 4 and Plain's at 3.
Yeah.
That's crazy. It's not crazy. You watched the season.
Fun. Oh, we do have a lip sync. It's going to go ahead and be actually between Morphine and Dawn. And the song choice is Body. Now,
yada, 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 yada.
You have to know going up against Morphine.
Going up a BBL. Going up against a BBL.
Going up inside a BBL.
The song
you have to know the jig is up. Which sucks. But I love Morphine, so I'm glad. But at this point, I love all of them. Except for Q.
I would have kept Dawn over Morphine, and this is why. The lip sync, obviously not. The BBL won. She was incredible. She's not the BBL. I just meant her BBL helped her win because she looked amazing.
She didn't even need it though. She was really good.
I love that Dawn was trying her best, being that tiny little stick figure.
And
she just kept being a worm.
Dress.
That's funny.
A gown.
Yeah. I think Morphine has shown her weaknesses. We've seen her fail now multiple times, and we haven't seen Dawn fail, really. This even was kind of like but she still had the best idea. They still put together the best,
Yeah, and you know what? I would have liked it more if it had been Morphine against Q because they were the team together, and
they were clearly the worst.
Morphine would clearly have beaten Q.
Yeah,
in a dance off.
I think now, especially since Q is showing her ass, they're not going to send Q home. They want her to. And listen, Q won. Q has won a couple times, and great. I just don't like it. So goodbye, Dawn. We love you, and I'm sorry you won't be watching our show anymore. But if you want to watch this show, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, of course, the bell notification.
Patreon.com/IMHOtheSHOw.
Also, Cameo.
Yes, Cameo or Shameo. We got Shameos we could do.
We also have all of our merch at dragqueenmerch.com. We'll see you next week. Goodbye.
Bye.
Body, yaddy, 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 yaddy.
Body, yaddy, 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 yaddy. Oh, I have one thing to say.
Uh-oh.
Guest judge, funny, adorable. When I first glanced at her, I thought it was Casey Rose Wilson. And I really wanted it to be Casey Rose Wilson Cusp.
Who was it?
Her name was Mayan something.
You didn't Google her?
No, I don't know.
Oh.
But I know who Casey Rose Wilson is, and I know that she has previously been asked to guest judge, and scheduling didn't work out. And I want to get her... I need her more in front of you. You watched Happy Endings, right?
Of course, I loved it.
Such a good show. Casey Rose is so funny, and I want her as a judge. Not that the other girl didn't do good. She was good.
Such a weird, long way to say that.
I just love her. I love her, and I love Bitch Sesh. I still listen.
I know, it's just funny. When I first saw the judge, she was fine. She was cute. But I thought it was
I didn't
this
say
person.
that. I didn't say that. I said it looked like.
But you did say something along the lines of she was good. She was cute.
Guest judge, funny, adorable. Yeah, can I see you back here?
No! We can't hide behind the wall after you've already shown your BBL. You don't need a BBL. No one needs...
Bevel's beauty.
Your butt's already really good. You've got a great butt.
Thank
you got very lucky.
Thank
You
you.
think it's because you're tap dancing?
Maybe.
Dawn, we just want to say to you...
that though the sun is setting on this experience...
It's already set.
You have been a bright... You have been a shining
You've been
sun,
like the dawn.
And you will rise.
Like the dawn.
You will rise again.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I do think you will be in a great in an All-Stars.
Nymphia said to her, you look like a drag king right now. What would your drag king name be? And Dawn said, Dusk.
Iconic.
Have you thought about that before?
Iconic. What would your drag king name be?
If I'm Darby, Uncle Darby.
Uncle Darby.
Because that's your uncle, right?
Did I tell you...
All my numbers are about colon cancer.
Did I tell you that my mom talked to him on her birthday?
Mm-hmm.
And I guess a gay couple goes to their church and they knew who we were because they watch. And my mom was like, well... I don't know if you want to watch. And she's telling me this, and I was like, they should not watch. Because we just released an episode where I shit on his wife hard.
Yeah. You didn't even know her name.
I know now that it's...
Wait, 2 gay people in church, how did he know that they know us?
I think because they're gay, my uncle said, oh, my nephew's gay. They don't know. My mom has chosen not to talk. They don't talk to me. They don't care.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. So I think they went up to the gay couple and said, oh, you're gay. I have gay in the family too. You might know Alexis. And they were like, Alexis Bevels or whatever. So that...
Did they make
were like,
the
we watched the
connection
show.
of like Darby and your Uncle Darby? Did they say that?
I don't know. I hope so.
I wonder if they told... If you're that couple, first of all, go to brunch. Don't go to church. Secondly, did you tell him?
Well, they might not. To be fair, they might not be a fan of you. They might just be a fan of me.
Well, that explains why they're in church. I get it now. I get it. All right, we'll see you next week.
If you guys
Goodbye.
are watching, thank you so much. Say hi to my Uncle Darby and ignore my Aunt Brenda.
You got it right. That is her name.
Thank you.
Body yaddy 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 yaddy.
Body of Christ, body of Christ, body of Christ. You think that's the Kids Bop version? Body yaddy 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 of Christ.
Remember when WAP came out? They made like a funny fake Kids Bop version of WAP, and it was like BFF, like Best Friends Forever or something.
Oh, that's fun. You should perform that.
No, I can't get away from those rumors.